All right, so today we're gonna talk about how to do an overhead press, one of my favorite exercises. So let me get set up here. I'm gonna do it in reverse. Ultimately, you'll be facing this way so that you can rack the weight, but just for the sake of the video, I'm gonna explain this way. So you want the bar to be adjusted at about your shoulder height so that once you get under it, you can easily clear where they're supposed to be, press, and then ultimately walk into it safely the other direction. So what you wanna do during an overhead shoulder press, you want to have your arms shoulder width. There's lines on the barbell that you can use as point of references. Obviously, you don't want to be too far off because if there's weights on there, you might more likely to get injured ultimately, right? So use those lines as adjustment. I personally like to put my thumb on the line that kind of gives me a nice little width. But ultimately, imagine that you are wanting to grab a box and put it on a top shelf. Where would you put your hand? Would you put them this way? Would you put them this way, right? You'd probably put them about shoulder width, so grab the position that is comfortable for you. What you're going to do is you're going to walk under the bar and let it sit on your front shoulder to upper chest. So I can show you guys this a little bit more closely here, what that looks like for me. So once we're under the bar here, we're gonna put our thumbs on the line. We're gonna wrap our thumb around the bar for safety, and we're gonna get our chest and our upper shoulder under it, and we're going to stand up and then walk out. And then from here, we can do our pressing motion. Again, we're gonna press through the elbows. You notice my elbows are slightly tucked in. They're not outside like this, because if I was outside like this, the weight would do this. I would have to use my arm to hold the weight. But my elbows being tucked into it, I can hang out like this for 30 minutes, right? Because it's sitting on my upper chest and my shoulder. From here, when you're going to be pressing, you want to basically just slightly move your head so that you can clear your head, all right? So as you're pressing, clear so you don't smash your nose, and as you clear your head, get your head under the bar and in all the way at the top. You don't necessarily have to lock your elbows, but keep a very slight bend in your elbows, which I know you guys can't see in the camera frame right now. And as you're going back down, bring it back down with your elbows on the inside, not on the outside. On the inside, as you need to clear your head, back up your head a little bit, just clear your nose and then get back down in this original position, all right? So basically a few repetitions will look like this. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this. So basically a few important things to notice when we're doing this exercise. One of them is you want to keep your core tight, because as you start to add some weight on this, your body's gonna wanna wiggle like that. So by keeping your core tight, again, driving your belly button, pretend like you have to pee and holding it in, basically a Kegel, it'll help you contract your core properly. You're preventing the tension from going your lower back. By having your core more engaged, you're gonna have more power in your press up motion. And one thing I mentioned to notice is I didn't press from here, right? Don't never press behind the neck. You're gonna hurt yourself, you're gonna hurt your shoulders. So you notice, if you look at Olympic lifters, power lifters, people that are efficient movers, they're gonna have the bar up front, their elbows slightly tucked in from here, and then they will press. And as they press, their elbows will open up so that they can be at the top of their head, right? You basically want that if the bar was to drop, it would drop smack dab in the middle of your head. You don't wanna press and do this, because then your body's gonna do this. You're gonna have to hold the weight, it's gonna be a lot of pressure on your back. If you do the opposite direction, same thing. So start with a weight that you feel comfortable with, right? And basically just slightly move your head so that you can clear your nose. Go slowly. I've seen some people smash their nose. Go slowly, clear your head, go at the top, and then bring it right back down. Just slightly clear your head and bring it right back down, right? It's gonna be the same thing if you do it with bands. You just won't have to clear your head, or the bands or the dumbbells are gonna be on each side. But this is a standing exercise, so make sure you have your feet firmly planted on the ground. And so basically what you wanna do is get under the bar, lift it, walk out just one step. So then when you're ready to rack it, you can just take one step and rack it. You don't have to walk with the bar too far. That's basically how you do an overhead press.